Night vision. The ability to see in low light conditions, sometimes even pitch black environments. Night vision is probably one of the most important tools to use when it comes to fighting at night. This technology is so advanced that it can amplify even the smallest amounts of light to helping someone like me see in complete darkness or in low light situations. But of course, night vision is super expensive. Depending on who you go to, if you buy a brand new set like me or go and buy a used set, you are still looking at $1,100. But with night vision being so expensive, it does have a lot of great features other than being able to see in low light situations or being able to record in those low light situations. Make these very, very hard to come by for some people, especially in the sport of airsoft. But what if I told you that there was a device out on the market right now that is affordable, lets you see in the night, lets you choose between if you want a green overlay, a white phos overlay, and records your night vision gameplay? You've come to the right place. Today on the channel, we will be reviewing the Binock NVG50. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jdam. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you for stopping by and checking out this very cool video. Today we'll be going over the NVG50 by Binock, and we're going to see how good they are compared to an actual pair of night vision goggles. Now, night vision itself is extremely useful, especially if you're wanting to participate in night missions for Milsims or even a nighttime open play. But either way, having night vision does indeed give you an advantage over players that do not. So the question is, could we find a cheaper alternative to night vision that doesn't break the bank but also gives us the quality that an actual pair of night vision does? Now, of course, for this video, this isn't for people who already have night vision like PVS 14s or PVS 31s. This is for the guys that want to get into night vision. They don't want to spend the really hefty price tag into buying nods. They're looking for a cheaper alternative. On top of that, these pairs of night vision also come with a built-in recorder, which is really cool. So if you're like a content creator like me, you want to start recording night vision gameplay for your airsoft channel, or maybe doing some nighttime shooting with real steel, I think this is a product that's going to be perfect for you. It's definitely a solid solution for guys who want to get into the game of night vision, but do not want to spend the crap ton of money that is needed to run an actual set. Understanding that the economy is hard and times are tough, and night vision is a very expensive to get into, especially with all the modifications, the night vision recorder devices that you can add onto your tubes, and of course just the general maintenance of owning night vision. But I do believe that this right here is a fantastic alternative for those who want to get into the nighttime conflicts. Let's get into the video. So starting off with the unboxing, this is the box that it comes in. It gives us a couple of information about the night vision, the recording style, and what we can get from pixelated and all that stuff. It does state that it does come in different colors, so you can either do a colorful mode, black and white, a nice light green hue, or of course white phos onto the night vision device. And of course with this pair you can indeed record your night vision gameplay, which is humongous compared to other digital night visions on the market. So being able to record your gameplay is automatically it stands out from the rest, and with the price tag of only being $500, this is really cool. So let's get into the unboxing and take a look at what we have. So starting with the unboxing right here, we got a couple of things going on. It looks like the first thing we have is a mounting rack to the actual mounting arm to the night vision. We have ourselves a charging cable. This is USB-C. We have ourselves a little, it looks like a little eye relief majigger. I don't know what you would call that. Kind of cool. Looks like right here is the actual digital night vision device. Right here. Even comes with a little eye cup on the inside. Pretty cool, very interesting, and it's actually really light compared to my other tubes that are just off can right here for the most part. Very interesting. Looks like we have another mounting arm attachment for the night vision. It does come with a helmet mount and a gun rail mount that came in this package. We'll set that off to the side right there. Yeah, this is the scope mount for a replica or a rifle right here. So this looks like to be Picatinny, and that would be really interesting to see how this device works on an airsoft gun if you wanted to get a pretty good night vision scope mounted on your LMG or your replica rifle for airsoft games. Into the box right here. Crack that open. Oh wow, we got a lot in here. So it looks like there is a charging port for the batteries. Very interesting. These type of batteries, I don't know the name of them on top of my head, but I'll put them in the video. Looks like a charging block that goes for the battery charging station, and what looks like to be a mounting, an arm mount for your helmet. That's interesting. It's a nice aluminum feeling for the most part. Really cool. Really interested to see how it looks when we put it all together. Another spare battery and a lens cleaning cloth. Very cool. Very cool. All right, I'm gonna start off by getting this arm and stuff put together. I'm gonna get the batteries charged for the night vision device, and then we're going to take it outside. We're going to look through it. We're gonna try a couple of things. I do have some IR lasers. There is a built-in IR light into this, so I'm curious to see how that would look looking through the binoculars, and also how it looks on actual night vision tube devices. So I'm very curious to see how this would look. Anyways, we're going to get right into it.
So let's talk about some of the specs about this device. Of course, this only weighs 208 grams, which isn't very heavy. It does come with a waterproof casing, so it's good to do for outdoors when it comes to rain. The pixel resolution is 256 by 1440, which isn't bad. Comes with a built-in 1:4 digital zoom, and does have a 4-color mode on this device. Right, so the battery compartment is in the back of the night vision device through this little trapdoor that you have to unscrew. It takes 2 rechargeable batteries that are 18350 is the name of the battery, and the battery life with IR on is about 5 hours, while without the IR light you are looking about 6 to 8 hours before the batteries are completely dead. Off to the side of the device you have your 3-button prompts. You have your on off and record button, your IR button that is right in the center, and of course your 1 to 4 times zoom and settings on the last button. The feeling of the night vision device feels pretty good in your hand. If you were to just keep it as a standalone device, it fits in the palm of your hand pretty comfortably and lightweight, which is pretty nice. And again, the IR light is in the front. That's what you see right there. This device does have focusing wheels on the front and rear of the actual sight for you to take a look and adjust in case you wanted to adjust your vision while looking through the night vision device. Located on top of the buttons are the USB and SD card location from behind this little flap right here. This device does come with a 16 gigabyte SD card, and of course you can plug in your USB cord for data transfer if you wanted to download your gameplay videos onto your computer. Main bracket that goes on top of your night vision device through the little screw holes on top. I didn't get actually a install manual with my package, but just to show you where it goes, you're going to line up those 3 holes onto the mounting arm bracket right here and kind of just screw them in to keep it secure. But that's basically what it will look like when the parts are installed. Okay, so this is my first complaint with this device. These set screws are super tiny, like really, really tiny, and they're Phillips, which is really prone to stripping. The fact that these are what are holding the night vision device to the bracket has me worried about durability. With the screws being so tiny, I feel like it would be kind of easy to snap it off or strip off the screws, and I'm hoping that in the future they can find a better way to keep them secured and not strip. So right here is the actual arm that attaches from the device to your helmet. It has a 2 lock screw system with 1 lock screw that attaches to the mounting arm itself. And I feel like this is an okay device. You know, it doesn't seem to be super durable in my opinion, but it's definitely adjustable. So if you want to adjust it to your eye level, I don't see that being a huge issue. But I am worried about the durability of this arm. Again, if you were to drop this device, I wouldn't guarantee that this arm would survive. Now, on the bright side, Binock does include a adapter that does fit a Wilcox mount. So if you're not super sold on the arm and have a Wilcox mount on standby, there is an adapter that comes with this package that does indeed fit as a second alternative to attach your night vision to your helmet if you choose to.
So of course, with the night vision device mounted onto a helmet, and this is just a Team Wendy helmet for this video, typically when it comes to running a single tube or possibly even a double tube, the most important part is you have to worry about counterweight, because you do have a lot of weight in the front and it may cause your tube to get out of focus of your actual eye. Now when it comes to me running my dual tubes, even though these are a little bit heavier, even with a single PVS-14, most people do run a counterweight that would go on the back of the helmet, just so the whole platform itself would be leveled. But honestly, with the weight of this, it's really refreshing with how light it is. And at first, I didn't know how I felt about the mount, but I gotta say, like, it squares up with my eye really, really good, you know? I wouldn't feel super comfortable about the mount because of the mounting screws, but for what it is out of the box, I have to say this is a pretty solid option. And yeah, I mean the weight, it's lightweight, it gets the job done. I don't think I have to run any counterweight whatsoever, but really interesting.
So I decided to take the night vision device out onto a lightly lit street. Ideally, I just wanted to test through the different colored features to kind of show you guys what to expect if you were to purchase this device. And so far, I have to say, depending on the color that you use dictates how well the distance is when you do the built-in zoom feature of this device. And I think that my personal favorite would have to be the light green HUD or the normal colored HUD. Now of course the FOV of this device is 45 degrees, so it's a little weird to walk in, but when it comes to going through the different colors, I have to say that it's pretty cool that it even gives you the option to switch between 4 different picture modes when you're viewing it through the night vision device. After that, I wanted to test the 1 to 4 times zoom feature. I wanted to see how well I could zoom in on an object if there is lights around the area. And I do believe that the type of color HUD that you have over kind of dictates how well it comes out. I mean, my own night vision doesn't really zoom in, so this was kind of interesting to check out. And I have to say the zoom in feature in person is actually pretty good, but unfortunately on camera it doesn't really point out that clean. The next night, I decided to roll these out again with a IR laser. Tonight there was 0 cloud coverage for the moon, so I wanted to see how it would look on a clear sky with an IR laser. And for the most part, it pointed out the IR laser pretty decently. Even with the zoom feature, I was able to still pick up the IR laser from maybe about 40 to 50 yards away. Nothing too crazy, but I just wanted to see the performance of the zoom feature with an IR laser, kind of just get a feel with the device, see how it looks, how it feels, you know, and kind of just get used to it, especially if I was to simulate a gunfight, so to speak. So from here, I then decided to try to walk around. The one thing when it comes to night vision is the depth perception that you receive, and this even goes down to actually owning real tubes. The FOV is a little off, and it takes a little bit of getting used to, especially with walking, but for the most part it was decent, to say the least. But just walking around my back alleyway, kind of just getting a feel of what it would be like to rock these out. I do have to say there is quite a lot of shake, especially when I was looking through it, which made it a little bit difficult to look through, but I think that was due to the mount not being super tough. But anyways, this is just me walking around, getting used to it, playing around with a laser, and just enjoying myself. So what are my final thoughts about the NVG50? Well, starting off, for a $500 setup, you are getting quite a lot. Other than getting a built-in digital night vision recorder, a 1 to 4 times zoom, 4 separate color modes, a gun mount accessory, and a mounting arm with a smart charger, I think this is a pretty solid setup for $500. I like the way it feels. I love the way that it's really lightweight, so you won't really have to worry about buying counterweights if you were to run this on a bump helmet, which is nice because that's one less thing you have to worry about purchasing. I think the mounting arm is not terrible either, and I really like to see them upgrade that in the far future. And I want to say this is a pretty solid package for what you're paying for right out of the box. I also think that the 4 color modes is a really cool feature also, because it gives you the opportunity to change depending on what you would prefer. Most of the time digital night vision is just set on one stationary color, but the fact that this product gives you 4 separate imaging modes for you to kind of customize and choose which one feels best for you is a cool feature for them to add, and I would really like to see them try to improve this into a more clear window in the future. And I really like how this digital night vision has a built-in zoom feature. I think this would be really useful for Milsims if you're trying to zoom in on an area to get an ID on what you see. I mean, even if this was used on a gun mount for a gun sight, I still think that would be really cool. And the fact that it comes with a built-in 1 to 4 times zoom is just a really nice feature to have, especially if you need it out in the field. I also really like how easy it is to use, very user friendly. Does come with a built-in IR light that you can access from the front, and of course your SD and USB port is right off to the side. Easy access to transfer footage over to your computer, and I think that was a really smart design on their behalf. Now, moving into the complaints, I want to say the number one complaint that I have is how small the set screws are that are now added from the mount onto the night vision housing. With them being so small, I just feel like they would be really easy to snap apart. On top of that, they are a Phillips screw, which is pretty easy to strip out. I would really like to see Binock come in with a different mounting system, maybe some bigger screws, or maybe moving into a hex key, something that isn't so small and fragile. I just feel like if I was to drop this device, the mount itself would literally snap off, and I just don't know how secure it is to the housing, but I'm sure this is something that they can work on in the future and find a better alternative to what they have right now. Anyways, guys, those are my thoughts on the NVG50 by Binock. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking out the video. I hope this was helpful for those who are on the fence about getting night vision and just wanted a good direction on where to go. My name is JDam. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are interested in picking this up for yourself, I will have a link down below with a discount code to help you guys out. Anyways, my name is JDam. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Check out some of my Airsoft gameplays, and like always, I will see you on the field. Peace.